highlighting the people and places that support, grow, and promote our sport. This is TNT Off the Rail. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow. Don't forget to enable live notifications so you don't miss anything. Please note that Off the Rail is a live show. Calls and comments will be recorded for use by TNT Off the Rail. Some segments are pre-recorded. It's time for TNT Off the Rail.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Hey, it's been a long time. We're here at the Off the Rail at the iconic Pigeon Coop, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I'm still alive.
You're really here.
I'm
It's
really
him.
yes,
It's
I'm
not
really here. I don't often. Hey, man, it's not easy for me sometimes. I haven't been feeling the best, and but I feel good today. I haven't been taking any medicines and stuff, so I can actually speak. People can understand me, so that's kind of nice.
It's nice to be here. I'm not
It
gonna lie.
is beautiful to be here.
It's a gorgeous day, buddy. It's a gorgeous day.
Yeah, it's been
Our
wonderful.
live audience is we're trying to keep them quiet over there.
Yeah, we got standing room only.
If he puts his hand up, you might see him.
Actually,
there he
it's
is.
actually
there
yeah, it is standing room only
Careful,
he's
watch
laying.
your wires,
He's
you get all
he's
crazy.
laying on the couch.
It's been that long. You're watching TNT Off the Rail. I'm Bud. That's Hollywood for those of you who might have forgot because it's been a minute. It's been a lot of weird minutes. A lot of weird stuff been going on. We've been trying to just keep things doing what they've been doing. So hopefully we'll be doing this more.
Yep, we're going to
often.
be settled into Wednesday nights. It looks like
For a while.
For a while, yeah. And a little bit later on in the show, stay tuned in because first we're going to be going through some other stuff. First, we're going to get Stu Key and the boys from Cedar Rapids. They won the Iowa Cup.
Yep.
We're going to get their team on the line there, and then I'm going to make a few special announcements, and we're going to speak some pool. We're going to talk some Shane Van Boning maybe, and some leagues starting up. We got men's leagues starting tomorrow night. So we got a lot of stuff going on, and I see we got a few new sponsors that have come aboard.
We're working on some new stuff. We're hoping we get back here and get things taken care of. And
Remind me too. Speaking of sponsors, when we come back, we get done talking with the stewing guys. I gotta give special announcements to some of the guys that put some money together to send me to a couple of tournaments since we've been off.
Go for it. Talk now.
Oh well, then I
Go
got
for
I got to look at my phone
Look at your
because if I forget anybody, they'll be. So since we've been gone off the show and all that kind of stuff, I've tried to go to some tournaments. My health hasn't really agreed with me too much. I went to a couple of them. I went to the very first one. We went out to the Twisted Rose. That was a big tournament. It was a 555 and under, and I just went out there and fell completely apart. But
you started strong.
I did. I played well. I played decent my first match, but thanks to Trent, I got there actually, and I gotta give a big special thanks out to all the sponsors that got me there because if it wasn't for them, I would have never come anywhere close to getting out there. We had Lundstrom's Florist from Lundstrom's over there in Sterling, Illinois. If you got any florist needs and all that kind of stuff, go see Ashley Zoe over there. She'll take good care of you. Actually, it was just her anniversary. I just seen it on Facebook. So I hope that her husband bought her some flowers. But yeah, they took over Lundstrom's over there in Sterling. So make sure if you got any flower needs, just tell them Hollywood sent you. Maybe they give you a discount. I bought a
bouquet.
Karate Chop.
Karate Chop.
Yeah, what was that movie? Karate Kid. What was it? Now, what am I trying to think of?
I don't know.
Oh, but you do.
But I do. You bought a Karate Chop.
Yes, I
What
did.
are you talking about?
I bought a bonsai tree.
A bonsai tree.
And I got it from
okay,
the
florist. Okay, I should.
Yeah, I got it from Lundstrom's from over there in Sterling. So they got all sorts of goodies over there. So if you want to, like I said, just tell them I sent you. I really appreciate all their help. Brothers Darrow, I don't know if you ever heard of them. Brothers Darrow, they got a nice little food cart. Actually, they just moved into a storefront. If I was looking at it right,
I think you're right. I think I saw that.
They do a lot of the food shows, or like when they have the taco carts and all that kind of stuff out here at the Rockfall Sterling area. But they're not just for doing that kind of stuff. They can do if you got a private party going on, wedding receptions, all that kind of stuff, where you think that their type of the food and stuff that they cook. Now I don't know what all they cook. I can't remember, but I've been told they make the best hot dogs ever.
Really?
Yeah, but Brothers Deli, yeah, they kicked in, got me out to Twisted Rose. the Boulevard over in Sterling. They chipped in. If you ever get a chance to go over to Sterling to the Boulevard too, you got to stop in there. I had my first opportunity to stop in there. I think it was last week or a week before I stopped in there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there long enough to get something to eat because that was our intentions. And then, of course, health problems kicked in and I couldn't stay. But the place is really nice. I talked to a few people that were over there about the food and stuff like that. They said the food's great. So if you get a chance, stop over to the Boulevard and, you got to get something to eat. Tell them I sent you. Tell them I sent you. And who else do I got to think? Sauk Valley DJs, DJ Big Boy. If you got a wedding reception or anything like that, make sure you give DJ Big Boy a call. I was in Lundstrom's florist shop collecting my sponsor money from Ashley because they were insistent that I get some money from him to help me out to get me where I had to go. And there was the king of the Sauk Valley DJs, DJ Big Boy himself, was in the house, and he seen me and he reached into his pocket and gave me a $100 bill.
There you go.
So I told him, I just gave him a big hug and I thanked him, and he puts on a great show. And I'm, it's not to put any other DJ services down because there's a lot of good ones around here. Mark Burkholder, got Carl Stange, and there's many of them. Got
to give credit where credit due.
Absolutely, but he gave me $100.
Yeah. So yeah, well, yeah.
I've known Big Boy for a long time. He started out very, very small and in the old LA club over there in Sterling and stuff like that. He worked his way up the ladder, and he's a big time player now. He's probably the most well known DJ in the area. He does a lot of wedding receptions, does good work. So if you get a chance, call DJ Big Boy, Gustavo, Sauk Valley DJs. You can look it up. They're on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And last but not least,
you got to prepare for that one.
The Whiskey Barrel, ladies and gentlemen.
Barrel.
Live music. A lot of live music on Saturday night, Fridays and Saturday nights. They have karaoke, DJ karaoke every Thursday night. It's forget about the karaoke business that goes down there and does that for them. And I don't want to misspeak because I can't remember what the name is. But down there at the Whiskey Barrel, tell them the Hollywood sent you. And I'm still praying that I can stay healthy long enough to maybe one night be able to put a show together and go down to the Whiskey Barrel and do something. But I haven't been confident that I can stand somewhere for 4 hours and with a bunch of drunk people and not that everybody's drunk at the Whiskey Barrel on a Saturday night.
No, there's at least one or two sober people.
You know what it is? The problem is with me, it's been so long since I've done a DJ show, number one. I would probably absolutely stink up the show because I have no new music. I quit putting music together. I probably haven't put any new music on the computer in probably 6 or 7 years now.
Nobody wants to hear anything new. What are you talking
about? Oh, I bet you they do. But I wouldn't even know what that would be. I had one of my kids talking to me the other day, talking about some Carly B stuff. I don't even know who that is.
Oh, don't hurt yourself. We're going to take a quick second. We're going to show some love to them sponsors. Don't forget, you can find out how you can become a sponsor of Off the Rail or any of the TNT stuff we got going on. A lot of cool things. City Cups coming up. A lot of cool things. So if you really want a nice, affordable way to get your name out there, get a hold of us. TNT, 833-TNT Pool. We'll be right back. We're going to give Stu and the guys a call. Talk to them about their recent Iowa Cup Championship. We'll be back.
Big time news.
CBM Construction offers all your construction needs. New builds, remodeling, heating and cooling services, and installation. Give them a call today, 815-716-6727. CBM is licensed, bonded, and insured to provide the ease of mind you're looking for. From start to finish, CBM is professional and friendly as they bring your dreams to life. Bill builds it best. Check them out on Facebook for more pictures of their amazing work. Looking for a getaway retreat? Wanting to live off the grid? We can help you with any of your wants and needs. Custom-built tiny homes for you. Taking orders now. Give us a call and we'd be happy to help you out. 815-716-6727. CBM Construction. 815-716-6727.
Oh, I love Bill.
But anyways, before we get our phone call in, and I appreciate it to Ryan Wade and Mason Preston out there saying hello. And like I said, you gotta like Mason Preston. You have to like that guy because he's literally as big as that door right there. Guy's he's giant.
What,
I think he missed his calling. He should have been a professional wrestler of some sort. I mean, he's huge.
what was it you wanted to get to before we called?
Oh, Whiskey Barrel. Don't forget, tell him I sent you. And if you are ever out and about, Whiskey Barrel isn't all about the weekends and stuff like that. If you want to go in, it's just like the Boulevard. Great food in there, great service. Bartenders are always right on top of things. They always got a good cook down there. So, and they just did a lot of remodeling, so you can actually kind of sit on the outside.
yeah,
they did all that stuff.
they
It
did
looks
some
really
I did
nice.
see that.
And so, like, thanks to Jackie and Raul over there. And Jackie's actually the one that's the boss. If you see Raul running around, I'm kind of nice to him. But, whenever Jackie's around, I'm really nice to her because she actually scares me.
Gotcha. Bill Lilly in the house. What's going on, Bill?
Nice to see you, Billy.
I think it's time. We're gonna dial.
Yeah, let's give Stu a call.
They said I just messaged them, asked them if they were ready to call, and they said they were sitting watching the show. So grab your phone, fellas. We're gonna call you here. Hold on.
Stu's one of my favorite people to talk to.
He is a ton of fun to talk to. I'm actually really stoked about this. Let me find them. Hi guys, gotta find phone numbers. I got them all over the place. You'd think I would have had this ready, but
You'd think. Hey, well, we are a little rusty and so on and so forth. So we're knocking off the rust, and maybe hopefully someday
this might be kind of loud too.
That's okay.
In your ear, just so you know.
Hopefully we can get Stu to get us some matches out there.
Yeah, it might be loud.
I'm prepared, bro.
Okay, just telling you. Oh,
I ain't loud.
I didn't make it too loud. There we go.
I can't even hear it.
Well, we can fix that.
Hello.
Stu.
What up?
Not much. How you doing, buddy?
Chilling, pimping. How are you?
Oh, good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, first off, I'm going to ask real quick. We're talking to the 2021 Elbow Cup champs. We got Stu on the phone, Stuart Key. Who else is going to be joining us? I know we're probably going to do it one at a time because the speakerphone probably get a little touchy. So, who else we got with us?
So a couple people couldn't make it, but we have Laura Hargens, Scott Hargens, and DJ Walrad with us.
Awesome.
Laura and Scott, I got to meet them at Legends over in Clinton. Both just absolutely outstanding people. I mean, I've had Mark on, or
Stop it.
I've had Harkins.
Don't stop.
I've had
Keep
him
going.
on my Facebook for a while, which I didn't even realize it. And then they both are members on my Pigeon Coop page now. And you just cannot ask for nicer people. And Laura's one hell of a shot. I mean, she plays really good. And I seen that clutch performance on her where she made it was a bank shot or something that she had made to get out or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna.
She cut in the 9-ball to win it all.
Yeah, it was on the hill or something. Was it on the hill or something?
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was, but it was a great shot.
It was clutch, yeah.
And just such great people. Such great people. I mean, Stu's all right.
Oh, yeah, Stu's not a bad guy.
Yeah. we try to rub off on him.
So, all right, my standard quick questions. We'll get it out of the way real fast. I know Stu's played before. Anybody's first time in the LOL Cup?
Yeah, Laura's first time, Henry Walters' first time, and Adam Richards' first time.
Awesome.
Oh,
Henry played last time.
No, yeah, so it was just Adam and Laura's first time.
Awesome. So, and if I'm not, this team is, you guys have actually, this is the second time you guys have won this as a team, or part of you guys as a team?
Yeah, Cedar Rapids won in 2016 as well.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, I mean, obviously you guys go into it and you guys all, we're going to win it all. How super confident were you going in? I was wondering if George was going to say, George, I wonder how long it was going to take George to try him in there and say Henry couldn't play.
Well, I got a Henry texted us earlier and said the only thing that he wants us to mention is to remind George how he kicked his ass twice.
That's outstanding.
But as far as your question, I mean, going into it, you always feel good, I think. Our top half is real strong. Dog and Scott, two of the best players in the state. Henry and DJ, two of the best advanced players in the state. Sherman always comes down to your open players and how they respond and how they're able to overcome the adversity. And they were able to do that.
Well, for those of the people that are tuned in that don't know, we are talking to Stuart Key, his team out of Cedar Rapids, playing for what's the pool hall out there?
Second Avenue Corner Pocket.
Second Avenue Corner Pocket. I have yet to get out there, and one of these times I'm going to get out there. Now, just for those people
It just so happens we have a turn.
Oh, go ahead.
It just so happens we have a tournament October 23rd that you can show up to.
Well, if God willing. I mean, I never know these days, I try my best to go to them, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. But for those people that are tuned in and they're listening to this, and they're thinking, now, what is this? How does this involve? Stu, been around for quite a long time, been involved in a lot of the teams and stuff like that. So, Stu, if you could, please explain to some of the people that might be listening here how this all works, how you have to put a team together in order to get into the Illinois Iowa Cup.
So you represent your pool hall, your city. The teams consist of 2 opens, 2 advanced, and 2 masters players. There's a captain's chat that votes on all the rosters. You submit a roster, and then we go down the list and vote on it. And then when the tournament comes along, you have a team portion similar to the Moscone Cup. It's a race to 7, but that overall set is worth 3 points. And then after that, you go into the Scotch doubles, where the masters play the master Scotch doubles play, the other team. The advanced play the advanced, and the opens play the opens. And then the last portion is the singles. Again, opens play opens, advanced play advanced, and then you're racing to 7 overall points.
Well, it sounds pretty intense to me. I haven't yet to witness one of them, and one of these days I'd sure like to. But once again, congratulations. I mean, I don't know how many teams were in it this year. I was told somewhere around 13, 14 teams.
Yeah, there were 13 teams this year.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment, because you're talking 13, of the best open players, of the best advanced players on each individual team. And so it's not just something that you just go in and destroy people. I mean, I'm sure everybody's got to buckle down and play well.
Yeah. Everybody has their moments. I want to hear Laura describe her last set. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, Laura, let's hear it. Let's hear about this last game that you played, where you made the clutch 9 ball there right at the end to win the match.
Yeah, it came right down to the singles. So Adam was just started playing, and then I had my match, and we knew that we had just beat the Des Moines team, and this was our second set. So we wanted to double dip them, and if either Adam or I didn't win, then we would have to go to a team playoff again, and we didn't want to do that because we had just done the match prior to win that first match. But I got lucky right off the bat. I won the leg, and I made 4 balls on the break, and was fortunate that I ran out. And then the second game, because it's a race to 3, the second game, I didn't have a really good shot in the 1 ball after Curtis broke. And then I played a kind of a safety from where I was sitting at, and then Curtis tried to play one back, but he didn't get a ball to the rails. So I got ball in hand, and I was fortunate enough to be able to line the 1-9 up. So I was up 2-0 right off the bat on him. And then in the process of me playing 2 games, Adam had got beat. And so it came down to being able to try to finish it out. And I got fortunate that I can't remember. I broke, and
didn't get out that game, and
yep, Curtis won that game, and then came down to the next game, and I got a little out of line on the 5 ball, but made a great shot on the 6 ball to set myself up right on the rail to do a hard 9 ball shot on the end rail, and was able to drill it and made it, and the rest is history. We double dipped them, and
yeah, I did catch that. I caught there was a video of it on there where you made the last shot and jumped up and down like you won $50 million.
Hey,
and essentially you
it's
did,
better
as
than
far as I'm
$50
concerned.
million. Absolutely, we double dipped Des Moines. I mean, that's not supposed to be done, and we did. So,
Yeah,
Well, and now I'm sure you shoot tournaments. It's not your first tournament, obviously, but
I played her in Legends.
was
I
how
don't want
much?
to play her ever again.
And this being your first Iowa Cup, I mean, how different was it? How different of a going in mindset was it for you? Did you find yourself a little more worried about things going into this one as compared to a regular tournament?
yeah, absolutely. With being a female playing on the table, on a team like this, there's a lot more pressure because it's a bigger tournament. I mean, you're winning it not just for yourself, but you have 5 other players on the team, and Stu and everybody, and we want to bring the trophy back to our home, pool hall, and it's a whole different, nerve set, that you got to be ready for anything. And, a lot of those teams had their best players, and it makes it it makes it a lot more stressful. And but, you just have to rely on your stroke and what and and play as hard as you can every time you're at the table, because a lot of times you only get one game. Like in the first portion of the format, it's one game and then it goes to the next person. So every shot matters.
Absolutely. Dude, besides the clutch shot, was there another point in the tournament that really kind of, for you, whether you were playing or not, was there something was there a moment in there where you kind of went, hey, we might actually pull this off, before it became kind of evident to anybody else?
Henry beating Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Making that hit on the one ball against Troy Honeycutt.
Yeah, that was a big one too.
Troy Honeycutt was trying to 3-foul her earlier in the match, and Laura broke, and it was she kind of almost miscued. It's kind of a bad break. So the table.
I hit the break horrible. Just saying, it was a horrible break.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
Yeah, and he was trying his damnedest to 3-foul her, and he had her on 2, and I mean he had her jacked up. She had to climb on the table, jack up over a ball, and kick 2 rails to the other end and to hit the 1. I mean, and just almost made it. Hit it so perfect, and then 2 shots later, she got a decent safety back on him that flipped the script, and she ended up beating him that game, and that was huge.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Hopefully, Greg, we can get some of our guys together, go out and play in this one of these times. But everybody says they're so scared.
I heard that, Stu.
Everybody says they're so scared. But after seeing, I watched now, I watched Scott play, and Stu's a hell of a player, and Laura's a player, and who's the other gentleman that's with you? You said today?
DJ, he owns the corner pocket.
Oh well,
So
I haven't had the pleasure to meet
so
DJ
quiet.
yet, but I'm sure he plays really well too. But Scott's one scares crap on me. That guy's like a machine. He's like he doesn't he's over there. I'm talking to these guys. He's talking about golf. He's like, man, I really like play golf. He goes like the whole summer. He goes, I haven't already played. I haven't done this or whatever. And then I watch him. He's just like that must be the cue is on automatic or something because I think I watched the guy play 3 or 4 different games. And I don't recall him missing a shot, to be honest with you. So if you got him on your team, you've got a good start already.
Yeah.
Well, and DJ, he ended up winning the game or the set that he was playing the match prior to that to get us
against the Moline kids.
Against the Moline, you got action team that
yep.
got us to where we were at. So I mean, he made a clutch out there and.
It's a total team effort, man. Like there's highs and lows, and everybody's bound to dog something off or get a bad roll, but we hang out with each other multiple times a week. We see each other every week in pool leagues. Been playing together for 20 plus years, so we really try to pick each other up, and
well,
we all want to win.
That means
a
lot.
DJ.
Team continuity has to mean a lot.
Exactly,
sure.
And that's to me that's one thing that I think is starting to be missed from pool. There's not a lot of, there's not a lot of team building. And I like that you mentioned, Stu, hanging out outside of the tournament. You guys didn't just show up. Oh, hey, we got a tournament to play. Let's come from the far reaches of the earth and show up and play this tournament, and then disappear and never see each other again. I like that idea. I like that the team part of it. I think it's great that they made it so that one person wasn't going to carry a team through this.
Well, DJ. You guys don't know him, but DJ does a lot for Cedar Rapids pool. He runs a bunch of in-house leagues.
I see all the stuff
tournaments
that's
and stuff.
On,
so
sure.
It's one of those things where like we want to do well for him. Bring it back for him. So we can showcase our pool room.
Because not only did you get to bring back that beautiful little cup and all that cash and the bragging rights, but now next year you guys get to bring everybody to your house to defend the cup, correct?
Yeah. Right.
Well, that'll be exciting, and it's at the corner pocket in Cedar Rapids, correct?
Correct.
I have to come see this place now. What's the food like?
Food's real good.
Well, there you have it. I'm in.
No, he loves it already.
I'm already convinced.
We're convinced. We're definitely going to check it out. Hey, Stu, I got a question for you. There was a lot of good pool all the way around there. Was there? I know you had a couple of first timers there. Were there a lot of other first timers among the other teams?
There was a few. There was a team from Cliveford that was there, the majority of them for the first time. The other Des Moines team was there, majority for the first time. And I believe there was a Burlington team there that I hadn't seen there before. Yeah, Mike Mathis and them guys. But for the most part, I think it was full of LOL Cup vets.
Well, I once again hear from us guys here at the TNT, and I'm sure from all over the place. I mean, we're glad to see you guys win it. Hope you win it next year. Well, maybe not. I might be. You never know. I might be on a team that gets over there and plays. I'm not sure, but we just want to give you guys a call and congratulate you guys. And if anybody's out in the Cedar Rapids area, you're looking for a good pool hall to stop at the Corner Pocket in Cedar Rapids. Good food, good service. And number one pool players in the area.
Right, get to hang out with Stu. I'm going to give you guys each give you guys. I know you guys probably got some shout outs you want to make. So each of you take a second and just anybody want to give a shout out to, sponsors, loved ones, anything like that. I mean,
so for me, I want to shout out, Pat DeVinny. He does a lot for all of Team Cedar Rapids. I think we all play with one of his cues or shavs or something. And then I think the biggest shout out I want to make is to DJ in the 2nd Avenue Corner Pocket.
I second that.
Yeah. Well said.
Well said. And then don't forget, Stu's got Jack the Beck clothing. So if you want to look good, hit him up for some clothing.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that, Stu. Why don't you put some advertisement up on the Pigeon Coop page, because you never know, some of them guys might buy some of that stuff.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, anytime. Don't be shy. Just go ahead and put it on up there, and I'll just take half of whatever you sell.
I'd appreciate. I definitely appreciate that.
No, anytime, sir. I mean, or if you got something, like if we're putting something out this way, and you want to bring some apparel out and stuff like that, do some advertising. Hey, we'd be more than happy to promote your product, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, hey, DJ, you said he's there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, DJ's here. What's up?
Hey, hop up there. What's coming up over at the bar? What do you got? Anything good tournaments?
Well, you just said October something coming up.
I remember that one. What else you got going on? You got any good food specials? Anything going on?
Just the next one's October 23rd. It's my birthday tournament. We're having that, and he turns 56. Yeah, I doubt that. We're gonna have some women's tournament coming up, and probably another big tournament coming up after that. Getting into the
well, it's the winter months. It's time to start playing some serious pool and put some big tournaments on, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, once again, like I said, congratulations to you guys. I hope I get to come out and see the Corner Pocket sometime soon. I'd like to get out that way. Maybe we bring this contraption with us. And
go out
maybe
there.
stream a tournament or something.
We'll definitely have to work
Let's
some
do it,
guys.
I'll get in the mic.
Awesome.
Yeah, we put Stu to work.
Put headphones on Stu.
Stu knows exactly how much this job pays.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the only job that you don't get paid for that you actually almost like.
Yeah.
We've been talking to the 2021 except for the 2021 LOL Cup champions out of a second. God, I keep messing it up.
2nd Avenue Corner Pocket.
2nd Avenue Corner Pocket.
It's like there's too many words there.
Do you need me to kick you in the back of the head?
Something, I don't know.
Okay.
You guys have been awesome. Appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us. You're more than welcome to come back anytime. Keep us up on anything going on, like when it gets closer next year, so we can help promote. And like I said, maybe we can get out there and do something. You guys, congratulations, great job. We'll
Absolutely
catch up.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll catch up with you guys on the next one.
All right, man. Have a good one, bud.
Yep, take it easy, Stu. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep,
Yeah,
bye.
no problem. But yeah, I mean, I got to meet Laura and Scott out there at the Legends, and I think anybody that's been around this area already knows who Stu is, but a lot of people might not know Laura and Scott as much. But I mean, anybody that knows anybody about playing good pool, Scott is amazing on the pool table. I've always heard about him, but I never really got to see him play up close and personal. I've seen some video of him shooting and stuff like that. You can tell that he plays good, but boy, when you stand there and watch that guy play, the way he breaks the balls, the way just everything he does. He's got great fundamentals. He doesn't get his cage rattled, and he's a real smooth customer, and his wife is too. She plays really, really strong. I had to play her over in Clinton, and she scared me to death.
Henry, they did shout you out at the beginning. I don't know if you heard it or not. They did talk about you at the beginning. Henry Walters. They did talk about you in the beginning. They mentioned you. They did, just not during the shout outs. Sorry. but I'll let you take that up with them. So, because I don't want to go down that road. We're gonna take one quick second, show some
let's
love
get
to
some
another
sponsors
sponsor,
in there.
and then we'll be right back and let Hollywood go on about some other stuff.
Yeah.
Tell you about a few other things real quick. Hang tight. We'll be right back. I don't know. The more I watch that, the more I am actually kind of starting to dig that. But anyhow,
That's some pretty groovy music you got going on there.
yeah, it's not, it sounds. Everybody, I'm jealous of the people watching because it sounds better to them than it does to us. But that's a whole behind the scenes story. Don't forget, you can check us out. Say hey, what's up? Let us know what you're watching, what you're doing. If you got a question for us, jump in the chat and say hey. You can text us at 833-TNT Pool. You can check out TNT Off the Rails show on Facebook. It's groups. Search it, join it, share your stuff. That's another way to get it to it. Another segment we're going to be working on, hopefully start to get doing this as we get back more regular, is we're going to do a spot during here. We'll take some time and we'll have some pre-set up, and we'll call a couple directors, operators, and talk to them and let them promote their tournaments and or leagues or whatever they got going on. So you can find out more about that in the Off the Rail group and TNT page and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, we need to talk. We need to start, giving like Kaylee a call once, maybe once a month or once every couple of weeks or something like that. Maybe get a hold of. I don't know if Josh is the director down there, runs the leagues or anything
I'm not
like
sure.
that.
I'm
sure you can connect us with whomever
absolutely.
does.
I just
maybe even like out in the Cedar Rapids area.
I want to talk to operators and directors from everywhere. I just want to. I
want to talk to the lady over in Clinton because I like I said, I stumbled across their
which one?
I don't know. That's their Wednesday night league or whatever it is, and I stumbled across their banquet. And the lady that runs it, she's from like Australia or something like that, maybe from the UK. I can't remember, but she was a ball of fire and fun to listen to. And and so I like to. If somebody needs to find out who that lady is, so I can get her number, so I can call her.
Absolutely, you're on the hunt. That's the job. Good job, Henry. Yes, Stu. Yep, Stu set him straight. Amy, Ladies League will get going here pretty soon. I'm working on a little promotional package so we can start recruiting.
Hi,
some more ladies.
Amy.
We can get some more ladies in there because we had a ton of fun. If you didn't get to see that, go to the YouTube channel, TNT YouTube channel, and check out the Ladies City Cup. It was a ton of fun. Those ladies know how to have fun. I'm going to tell you that right now.
And I got to be careful what I say about Amy because she literally is like
she could probably throw
about
something
35 feet away from me down in the house.
And she'd probably get up here and you wouldn't even know she was.
Oh, I'm absolutely terrified of her. To be honest with you,
you should be. You should be.
But I have to say, if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in a nursing home these days. So there we had it.
She has been keeping you on the right side of
yes, she keeps me in line. And coming to that, so here's what I wanted to talk about a little bit, and we won't get too involved. Try not to start crying and doing all that BS.
But we need to take.
But what we need to take time for, a lot of you, I'm sure you know. I was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. It's going, in February it'll be 2 years.
Wow. Yeah.
And of course, I've been dealing with it a little bit longer than that. Obviously, I was just diagnosed in February 14th of last year, actually. And so, this February 14th will be 2 years. And, and then I was messing around with it for, 8-9 months before that.
Right.
I was missing. Ever since we started doing this, my health just went, boom, hit rock bottom. And what we really need here at TNT, I mean, I really, if I'm not going to be around anymore, God forbid, something happened to me and I'm on the wrong side of the grass come next week or something like that. Greg here has put his heart and soul into this thing. He loves to do this show as I do. And we like to report on stuff. And the reason that you haven't been seeing a lot of Off the Rail shows is because I'm just not healthy enough to do it a lot of the times. A lot of times I'm at home, I'm in bed, I'm sick, I don't feel good, whatever the case might be. and today just happens to be a good day.
Yeah, he is bouncing.
Yeah,
Bounce.
yeah. 3 weeks ago I couldn't get out of bed, so I'm always up and down, and we're really, really, really in need and looking for one, if not two other people to help. Now, Greg, help run this now. Now, once again, don't pay a lot of money. Matter of fact, pay $0.
Sometimes it will cost you.
Sometimes, yeah, it might cost
It
you a little
might
gas
cost
money.
you.
But like when he's, we would be out streaming more grudge matches and doing all that kind of stuff. But it's hard for Greg to try to run all the backstage stuff, getting all the sound equipment, keeping everything in line, and then try to be able to do commentary plus or run a tournament depending on what we going on. And it would be really, really nice. Like even on Dixon Friday nights, it'd be nice if we could have somebody come up, help you out, and if I can, I will, but it's tough sometimes for me to do it. It's very difficult for me to stand in one place for very long. Usually I have to lay down or whatever.
That's
But
why we got the-
anyways, we could even have commentary on those Friday night tournaments, so we need somebody that wants to do a little commentary with them. Also, we need somebody that helps them wants to do the show.
The show's the big thing.
Yeah, and basically all you got to do to do the show. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, I'm a complete moron, and I run this. We and Greg will tell you. We basically come in. He will give me like some points of where we're going, and I just off
Right.
I go. I don't know. So it's really not that difficult. You gotta know and love pool. I do sit around and watch a lot of YouTube matches.
I know it is a strenuous job to prepare for, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of laying in bed.
Watching pool.
Eating popcorn, watching pool. It's tough. But you just got to stay up on your current events, stay up on your local tournaments, maybe stay abreast of what's going on, in the Cedar Rapids area down.
I have plans for you, Stu. Just remember that.
Yeah. So, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to just physically do this. I have a hard time playing pool. I love playing pool. And I hate, I went to the Twisted Rose and I played in that tournament, and I just had, I felt good on the way there. I felt good when we got there. I got halfway through the first match, and anybody that's in my situation knows that this stuff jumps up and bites you at any time. And I started to have all sorts of physical problems. I couldn't focus. I was nauseous, sick. I had a lot of other things going on that you don't want to know about. But what I guess what I'm saying is that my body just doesn't allow me to do this all the time. I want to do it. My mind wants me to do it. But my body just a lot of times says no. And Greg needs somebody by his side to take my place. I mean, maybe not even to take my place.
Well, we need a friend too.
We
need
so
somebody to
if we had a nice third wheel here that wanted to do this show with us every week, and I can work with you and get you going, even if I can't be here. So on the days that I can't be here, and God forbid, the days that I can never ever be here again, we need somebody to be by this guy's side, because without him, none of this happens. None of the tournaments around here happen. None of the streaming around here happens. None of that stuff. He just ran into. We just started talking one day, and here I am.
Can't get
I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad for you, but
I'm okay with it so far.
and and a lot of times, sometimes I'm even physically able to do the job, but as you know, when I get on the medication and stuff, which I'm not taking right now, I can't speak. It takes my voice away from me. And so I have a really difficult time with that also. So
He doesn't have much else.
no, this is all I got going in my life. This is it. Well, and Amy taking care
The
of me.
popcorn, the
Yeah,
popcorn
popcorn.
and watch a pool. Yeah.
So, basically, there's really no requirements. I mean, other than the fact that you just got to love pool and not afraid to put a headset on and talk about pool, the sport that you love. It's really not that hard to do. And this guy here, believe it or not, he probably would be a lot more on point with more paperwork and stuff like that. But I don't look at that shit. I don't care. I got a glimpse, and I just kind of go in my own little direction. He goes in his own direction. He keeps the show straight as far as it goes for doing the commercials and doing all the hard stuff. And all you got to do is just stand there and be pretty like me. That's it.
I walk in and I just flop a headset on and say, talk.
So, but on a serious note, I mean, we really, really need somebody that wants to come in. You got to have a little charisma to you. You got to have a little, we don't want somebody standing on here cussing every other word. We don't want it to turn into We also don't want it to turn into a complete comedy show where we're here to talk about pool and we're here to promote the game. I mean,
Right.
we both love this game. He loves to do this stuff. I mean, Greg still plays. You still play a lot,
Not
but
well,
if
but I
it was up to him, I bet you he would be into this more full time because this is how he wants to promote the game. But he needs help, and I can only help him so much because ever since I got involved, unfortunately for you, I just physically cannot do it at times, and it's frustrating for me. And I feel bad. I feel like I'm letting not only TNT down, but the viewers that view this show because they tune in on a Monday or a Friday or now a Wednesday night,
Yeah,
expecting
we've
to
had
see a
some- yeah.
show, and it's nothing against Greg, but
Nobody wants to
this
look
show
at
is very difficult to do with two people. With one person, it's really difficult.
Oh, yeah, it's I don't enjoy trying to do it by myself. It's rough.
Yeah, I know. And so I
it's-
guess what I'm saying is if you're out there, just get a hold of us. Send him a message. Send me a message. I mean, we can sit in the garage and do a little trial runs or whatever it takes for you to get comfortable in front of a camera if you're a little camera shy. Male or female, it doesn't matter. We don't care. Preferably, I mean, a female wouldn't be bad to look at.
I almost feel like I should just stop you now before this gets out of
Well, I mean, when there's ladies around, it smells better.
Well, yeah. I mean, but then that's the flip side of that. It does smell better, but then they're around us. But anyhow,
Yeah, that's true.
let's move on before we get
Yes.
ourselves in trouble. We need to get a little slightly serious for a moment. I do want to take a moment to share our thoughts and respects with I can't say their last name. I'm horrible at it.
Mark Verbeck.
I'm horrible at last names. You
We
guys know it.
we lost Mark, and I always tell everybody, I wrote a little story on my Facebook page, and a lot of people had seen it, and I got a lot of response for that. A lot of people thanking me for it. And the thing about it is, there's really no thanks, really. Mark, me and Mark barely knew each other.
You guys met in
But
some
when we both found out that we were diagnosed with the same thing, I was diagnosed on the 14th. I don't remember exactly when he was diagnosed,
really
but it was right
close.
in the same
It was real
ballpark,
close, yeah.
And unfortunately, he's lost his life to colon cancer, and and they got Alex at home, and he's got 3 girls. So he's got 4 kids at home and a wife, and I hope maybe in the future we can all put something together, maybe do a little fundraiser for him or whatever. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll put something together down there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe go down to maybe Josh Schutz's place or something. I don't know. But he was a really good guy to me. And when we both got diagnosed and we started talking, we would talk to each other at pool halls. And the next thing I know, the guy's calling me on the phone or he's texting me, "Hey, how you doing?" And it always seemed like he would call me at the right time too, because, it always seems like I'm always having a good time. But trust me, dealing with all this stuff, it's not that way. And Mark would always check on me. He would he was the younger one. I mean, I'm going to be 51 years old, and he was just 41. And it was like he was the big brother. Like he was helping me get through this process when we were helping each other. But he always just had that knack. When I was having a bad day, it always seemed like I'd get a text from him, So I'm going to miss that. And our condolences go out to Mark's family and his friends and stuff like that, because, Mark was good people to me, and that and that's just the way that it is. He's going to be truly missed in the pool community.
He left a good mark,
Yeah, he did.
and he will be sadly missed.
Absolutely. Let's get some more commercial breaks in real quick.
Absolutely. We'll be right back. Hang tight. Big shout out to Migraine Candle Company, sponsoring the TNT 10-ball league, 10-ball singles league that we got going on. Just started. These guys are actually doing a really good job. It's a flexible schedule league where it kind of runs like your pigeon coop tournaments do.
Yeah, you get to basically just you got like a week to to get your match in,
and it's going very well. We started we technically started 1 week ago, and we've already smoothly got through 2 weeks, and everybody's doing a great job.
And how many players we got in there?
There are 10 people actually.
That's outstanding. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
It's a singles league, so I know.
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
It's going to be some fun. But My Green Candle Company sponsoring the 10-ball league. They're giving away the winner of the 10-ball league is going to get a real nice poison jump break cue that they donated to us. So that's going to be awesome. You can check that out in the TNT Leagues group. And you can find out more information about upcoming leagues and leagues that are going on right now. The TNT Doubles City Cup will be coming up towards the end of October, possibly the very first weekend of November. That ought to be a good one. That last year's match, the City Cup was didn't quite go the way I think some people wanted it to. Hope this year the matchup a little different. It might. I'm not sure how it's going to go. But it's going to be fun to watch. I'm looking forward to it.
So like I said, without me, I don't know that I've watched every show, the ones that you have done. I don't think that I have. But just let's recap real quick. For example, I know that you had the Tournament of Champions that went on.
Yes, we had.
And
our
I
first round.
believe Sam Henderson won that.
Sam Henderson was our first champion of the first stop of the TNT tournament champions tournament series. I always mess that one up too.
I put
all these words together, yeah, and then I can't say them. It's kind of funny like that. No, Sam Henderson did come down. We had 8 players each stop has 8 players qualify for it, and then it's a single elimination long race format. Sam put down some work and came out got the nice trophy.
Sam, boy, he has really been on fire as of late. Over the last year, he's really starting to mature into the pool player that everybody knew that he was going to be. I mean, he's he was at that open level, and now he's into the advanced. And then I honestly I could see him being a master player in another year, maybe 2 at the most. I would say. I mean, the kid's playing strong. The only thing I would suggest for him is and like to any young person, playing, and that's really, really good. Don't get too big of a head.
Right.
And you gotta learn how to. You gotta win, and you gotta lose with grace.
Yep.
And so, which is hard to do sometimes. Trust me, I've been there.
Even for grown people.
Yes.
Especially for grown.
It's difficult. It's difficult for us too. But he has. If I had anything to say is that every once in a while he gets a little excited when he loses, and it's I always tell them kids and all that stuff, they're coming up. I said, Shane Van Boning, arguably the best player on the planet. He loses all the time. You don't see him you don't see him lose. That's rustiness. You don't see him lose his mind over it or anything like that. So, if you're gonna, follow somebody on pool and want to be somebody like on pool as far as it goes for, controlling your emotions and all that kind of stuff, Shane's not a bad guy to look after. Because the game of pool is difficult, and there's a lot of people out there that can play this game, especially on a bar box. So you can't win them all. It's impossible. And if you won them all, it would be boring, and you would probably take up tennis or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it would get. I mean, I guess it might be cool for the first couple, like 50 or so, 100, I guess. But after that, if you just could, I mean.
You are losing weight.
I am. I know. I told you. I mean, everything's. We're not going to go there. What have you been watching?
Well, I've been watching a lot of the, being at home with not a lot to do a lot of times. So I do watch, like I said, a lot. I'm lucky enough. I got a couple of good friends of mine, Jason Welker. They always watch all the big pro matches and stuff like too. We just had Shane Van Boning take on Chang from China. And I always said if anybody could beat him in 10-ball, it was that guy, and it was close. They get into the last day, they jacked it back a little bit or whatever they did, and added some more money, added another $40,000 or whatever, and then Shane hit a switch, and bye Chang, and I mean it was an ass whooping from there, and that wasn't all the biggest ass whoopings that he put out. Wasn't long ago he played Dennis Arcolio on a bar box, played him I believe it was 9-ball or 10-ball bar box. I can't remember which it was.
10-ball.
Could have been 10-ball. I can't remember.
Yeah, it wasn't 9-ball.
I've seen so many matches, I get them all mixed up. But Shane beat him by a little bit. Beat him by a little over 50 games. But Dennis, but in Dennis's defense, Dennis beat him on the big table. So, gambling. So I mean, I don't know where them two are at as far as it goes for gambling with one another, but keep doing it. I'll watch.
You're right. Yeah, absolutely. It was 9. It was 9 ball. Bill. Bill says
I think it was
10.
9 ball.
I think he might be right.
Yeah.
Bill, though, he can't be wrong.
And
Yep.
and
And Stu's backing him up. So
yeah, Shane, you know, he's got a gear in him that a lot of people don't have. Now a lot of people will argue with me, especially like Kenny French. He believes that you know Filler would beat Shane, and I just don't think, you know, Filler's a good player. He's a really, really, really good player, but you know, he's talked a little smack. I know that Shane's whatever you want to call it, posse has offered up a game to Filler a few times, and you know, I don't see no action. So you know, Filler might be talking a good game over there, but I don't see him getting on the table and taking on Shane anytime soon. And hey, can he beat Shane? Absolutely, he's certainly talented enough. But you know, when it comes to gambling, when you're going to put the big money up, I'll take Shane over anybody on the planet playing 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball. You know, I'm not so much, you know, I don't know that he gambles much playing straight pool or one pocket. I know he does playing some one pocket, but one pocket, he's still one of the best players, but he's certainly not the best player. I think arguably Alex Pagulayan is probably your best one pocket player on the planet right now, maybe. I don't know. I know he's going to play... He's going to play. Who am I thinking of?
is it?
The big guy. Real good one pocket player. Darn it! I know Stu will think of it. He'll be able to tell.
Stu,
we need your help.
You're not. What's the match that's going to be playing that? Is that the one?
Alex Pagulayan's playing him, and he's spotting him too.
Is that? That's not the one at Rax, is it?
I don't know.
What's the one that's going to be coming to Peoria? I can't remember. But before I forget, though.
Well, they did have
another
big match down there. They had Scott Frost took on Bobby McGrath down there, and I believe they played some bar box 8 ball, I believe, and Scott won that matchup. So there's been a lot going on. There's a lot going on in pool. And
did you watch any of the U.S. Open?
I did, and the young man from I think it was Singapore or wherever he's from, last name of Yap, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He won the U.S. Open, and
he didn't win it.
He didn't. I'm pretty sure he did. I think you better
he
Google it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Google.
Carl.
Oh, you're right.
I'm horrible with names. I can't pronounce anything. Why am I? I can't pronounce anybody's name.
Right.
Pool player's
You're
name.
right. Well, I do.
He won the next stop.
Yeah, he won in Michigan.
He won
I'm sorry.
Michigan.
Yeah, I got the two mixed up.
Yeah.
He won in Michigan, and BIADO.
Yeah. He got second to Carl. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he won that next stop.
Yeah.
Did you see now? So there was this, I don't know if you saw it, there was these obviously tons of conversations and all kinds of different, and I don't want to we're going to get too in deep, but a bunch of conversations about people and about Shane wearing his Team USA shirt in the US Open and this and that and whatever, and then of course obviously after Carl won it, there was all this.
It's not Carlos,
sorry.
Beato.
There you go. But then so there was all this big talk about, obviously someone from the U.S. not winning the and
it's the thing about it is once again, I mean, on planet Earth, there's so many pool players out there that are so good that if you are on your game, and hey, like for example, I just said his name, Carlos, not to mention a lot of
Stu, there's no S.
What?
It's not
Carlos.
It's just Carlos.
Yeah. That's did I say?
We should just stop talking about.
But anyways, Beato is not only a very, very, very good pool player, but you don't want to gamble with him either. I've seen him play some high dollar gambling matches. He's one of the best gamblers on the planet, along with Dennis Arcolio and a lot of the Filipinos. If you're going to gamble with a Filipino, you better know what you get yourself into, because you could be in over your head real quick. But like I said, the game of pool. Once again, I go back to what I was talking about when we were talking about Sam. There are so many people out there that play this game at a very, very high level that, at any moment, somebody can jump up and bait you. They get hot. No different than like golf, for example. Somebody gets hot on the golf course, or the particular environment suits them well, or whatever the case might be, the way the tables are running, the way the tables are playing, however you want to look at it, just suits them. and all of a sudden you got somebody that breaks out and run. And I don't even know where Shane finished in that tournament, top 12 maybe.
And yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure he made it to the
We
final
sh-
16.
we should probably do a little better for the upcoming shows. We should probably.
Well, yeah. Well, I
we should-
wasn't really
we should-
prepared for all that.
Right.
but
We should probably prepare for these things.
I do know, to get off the professional stuff, I do know that we have our men's league
Yes.
that'll be starting up tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
I'm going to do my
Sterling Rock
best.
Falls.
Yeah, Sterling Rock Falls Men's League starts up tomorrow night. I'm going to do my best to go over and play. I've been having some issues, so
Are you on a team
I
this
got
year?
a lot of pain right here.
Did somebody?
Yeah, I'm on a team. I play with Terry Miller, one of the most famous pool players on the planet. No.
I was backing you up. I had you all the way.
I play with Terry Miller. I play with Steve Stefani. I mean Mike Bodler and John Wilson. Now, once again, John Wilson was kind enough to step up, and basically he's going to be taking my spot. I'm going to play when I can. When I can, because pool leagues, what's difficult for me is sitting down. Standing up isn't so bad, but after about 4 hours of standing up, I'm wore out. So, as you can see, I'm leaning over the table now. We've been basically at this for maybe about an hour, and so my team, we're ready to go. Not a lot of teams in the men's league this year on Thursday nights. We only got 8 teams, but we're going to play everybody 3 times, so that not only do we get to play pool throughout the wintertime, but the bars are going to get their investments too. So, it's a shame that we can't get more players out there. In my opinion, I think the Thursday night leagues could benefit by letting the ladies in and changing a couple of the rules, and put a handicap system in. I think it would boost it. Some people will argue that point with me, but in my opinion, I think I just think it's no different than going bowling.
It's right. It's
you got people that don't take this game near as seriously as, like, say, myself or a lot of other people, but they still want to play. They still want to be competitive, and if you don't give them a chance to win, it's hard. It's hard to get them to come out.
the handicap thing is it's one of those. It's like the politic religion.
I know.
In pool, it's one of those conversations. And it's even harder when you try to talk about it with a director or something like that. Where you have to justify, and then
my argument for the handicap system is gives the everyday Joe Schmo. I understand, because what'll happen is you'll get a lot of the better players that say, "Look, I work my ass off to get good at this game," and blah 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 blah. And I understand that, and that's
and
great.
you should still win.
I have a pool table at home. I work my ass off. As good as I can nowadays, but I still hit balls every day. If I can come out here and do it. There's times I'll go a month or two without hitting balls. But anyways, what I'm saying is, but Joe Schmo down the street who works 75 hours a week and has 3 kids at home and coaches the t-ball team and this, that, whatever, he his only night to go out and do something where his wife they ain't got something else going on with the wife, the kids, or whatever else is going on in his life, and he gets one Thursday night to go out. He doesn't have time to put in all that stuff, but he still wants to be competitive, so he goes out and he establishes a handicap, him or her for this matter, goes out and establishes a handicap, and he plays with his buddies, and they have now the better teams. I don't care. You can argue this to death if you want to with me, but the better teams, the better players in the handicap system, and most of them I ever played in, the better teams always win anyway still.
Right.
But
it's just not by as much.
On any given night, if they have a bad night, Joe Schmo and his buddies, hey, guess what? We beat the number 1 team in the league. They might still finish last.
But they had that 1 week.
But they had that 1 week. But with the handicap, they got to win. And
you got to think of it.
Something.
You got to think of it this way: it's the ability to attract and retain players. And remember, you have to have somebody to beat.
Correct.
You got to have somebody to beat to be the best ever. So
it's just like when some people say about tournaments and stuff like that. I only play in no handicap tournaments. Well, that's fine if that's what you want to play in. But unfortunately, when you go to play in a no handicap tournament, you might only have
8 people.
8, 10, 15, 20, 25 people show up. Now, just like, for example, we just had the tournament Legends over there, and Eric had a full field of 64 players, So, and for example, the Carrom Room's got a tournament coming up. It's a no master, 624 Fargo rating under, and they'll take 94 players. Guess what? I'll bet you they get 94 players.
Probably. Before we get too far on that, too, our thoughts and prayers to the Carrom Room family, as they recently lost a family member there as well.
Yeah, it's
it seems to be that season.
Well, yeah, and that's which is the biggest reason why I need to get you another partner. And now listen, I don't plan on
He's just trying to be nice
checking
and
into
say
the
that
big
I
house
need help.
anytime soon.
I need help.
But my health is failing, and it's a fact. I mean, I have to accept reality. I don't know that I'll be here next year, standing here. I hope that I am, because I don't want to die. I don't think anybody does. But the fact of the matter is, when I'm no longer able to do this, I still want to be able to lay in bed with whatever I got left and be able to watch Off the Rail on Wednesday nights with you and somebody doing the show and carrying on. That's what I want.
Wes, I'm not sure about that, Wes. He's asking how often Legends does tournaments. It's kind of, I don't think there's a regular. It kind of just happens.
Yeah, I with Eric, I mean, usually sometimes he'll just pop, all of a sudden one will just pop up out of nowhere. But usually he'll give you, a few weeks in advance. So if you go to, a lot of times if you belong to the Quad City Billiards page,
QC Billiards,
keep your eye on that. You'll see them pop up, or add yourself to the Pigeon Coop page, because as soon as I see one come up, I'll usually add the poster. And plus, a lot of you people out there, local or, if you belong to the Pigeon Coop page, you want to post, don't be afraid to post something on there. Now, I don't want Q raffles every day. I don't want none of that kind of stuff. But if you got an event coming up, put it on my page. I don't care.
And don't forget, you can get your tournament flyers and such on the show by contacting us at 833 TNT Pool, or check out the TNT Off the Rails Show group. Find it on Facebook. You can see right there above the ticker. Just search that on Facebook. You join that, get yourself approved to post, and then you can start sharing your stuff, and we'll get it on the show. Send us stuff. And don't forget, we're going to be trying to get the new segment going where we will talk to operators and directors and let you promote your events coming up. So just give us a call or text us. We'll give you the information on how to do it. Been awesome. I miss coming over here and doing this. Holy cow.
Hopefully
this felt good. So.
Hopefully we can either do it here next week, or if there's any venues out there, local, something like that, and you want us to bring this show on the road and bring some players with us, and where they're going to drink some beers and stuff during the show or whatever, we'd be more than happy to take this shindig, on the road somewhere.
Absolutely.
And once again, there's where I need some help, and Greg needs some help, where it'd be nice if I can't make it, where somebody can step in, fill in my shoes. And it's not hard to fill in my shoes, because like I said, if I can do this, anybody can do
Just remember,
this.
he said that when he said it, not me. Appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. Don't forget, TNT Off the Rail moving to Wednesday nights, like you're watching right now live, every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. Keep an eye on the group page, the TNT page, to find out what's coming up, who we might be talking to next. It could be you. You never know.
Yeah, and if you haven't, just real quick, I mean, if you haven't realized it, we have Dallas West on the show, Allison Fisher on the show. We just had Earl Strickland on the show not too long ago.
Yep.
So if you didn't catch any of them shows, you can scroll back and find them and watch them.
They're on the TNT YouTube and Facebook page.
Johnny Archer, Dallas West.
Dallas West. We've talked to some awesome Blake Baker. We talked to Blake Baker not too long ago. Some good interviews. Definitely check them out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Click the bell, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. Hit like and follow on the TNT page, and make sure that you hit your live notifications so you don't miss anything. Check out anything that has TNT in front of it, Off the Rail shows, stuff like that. You'll never miss anything. Hollywood, it was awesome seeing you. Awesome hanging out with you. Hopefully we'll do it next week. We'll be back for sure next week. You never know where we'll be at. Thanks for watching. See ya.